You can download my latest song, Shamanic Soul Chanting, and other mantra tracks from my website, JasonGallant.ca. So oftentimes I come to my YouTube channel and read the comments and read my email, and I see there are a lot of questions there, and I answer some of them, at least, that I can get to. Some questions are very general questions and would take me to write a book or maybe a library of books in order to answer, so it's pretty tough to sometimes answer those. So I'd rather speak to somebody in person about those types of things in a session or something, because it's just too difficult to answer through email and texting all day. But the fact is that the irony of this is that at some point the spiritual path leads to the place of no questions, where there are no more questions left. See, most often, not always, but most often when someone asks a question, it's because they are trying to come to terms with some type of suffering inside them and they don't know how to do it. They don't know what to do about it, so they're believing the thoughts that are emerging out of that suffering. And those thoughts are coming in the form of worries and fears, and then of course the inevitable question. But see, lots of times when I sit here in front of the camera and make videos, I'm really assisting people with their questions and answers, but ultimately I am leading you to a place where there are no more questions. Because in deep fulfillment, there doesn't need to be any answers. It is its own answer. There's no question there. Questions are always about solving a problem. Play is about the movement of your fulfillment. And perhaps there are ways to have fun in different ways, and there may be questions and answers about that. But those questions and answers come from a place of happiness and joy, not from a place of worry or suffering. Just like when I make music, I'm making music for iTunes, and I'm making mantra tracks, and I may have questions about how to technically do something in the program, or making music in some way with somebody that's an expert in that field. But that doesn't mean that I am full of questions and the answer is the source of my happiness. See, the happiness becomes all of it, where I am moving in play, and that's just part of the play. This was a very annoying concept to me in the beginning, because at first the mind is full of questions and it will not say, I give up. The mind will constantly rear up and say, no, but what about this? But. I remember a long time ago at Atimo, it's like, but. Because she would give me an adamant answer about something or somewhere to hone me into this space that I am, and then I'd be like, but what about, because that was the mind's rejection of that, you see. At some point the buts will stop. And when they do, you will pay attention to what is already here instead of looking for something else. Instead of looking for some way that here needs to be fixed. I guess the title for this video could be, There Is No But. See, the mind is thought. The mind has questions, but who you are doesn't have any questions. Who you are is so deeply embedded in here that there's a fulfillment and an experience there that has all of the answers already, before you even have the questions. So you may be thinking, great, I have a question, Jason. What do I do when I have a question? It's a good practice to understand where the question is coming from. Really feel inside yourself, why am I asking this question? Yeah, sure, on the surface there may be curiosity, but there is something driving that curiosity. Worries, fears, things that you have not accepted. Accept those energies and then see where is the question. There are many times that clients come to me and they have a series of questions. But when they're around me for about 5 or 10 minutes and I ask them what are their questions, they usually forget them. Why is that? It's because when you are sitting deeply in the sense of self, there are no more questions. They just fade away. They go way down on the priority list because you realize that they are not the source of your fulfillment and they will not bring any happiness to you. They were just making a promise they could never keep. So I hope this helps you a little on your journey. May you be fulfilled and happy and full of bliss and free of all questions. Take care for now.